To boop.
Ew.
Hey, boop. Jesus.
Like part cat, part parrot. Not gonna lie.
Huh?
I got catto tendencies, but at the same time, I can mimic sounds like a bird.
Yeah, okay. You're a, it's, you're a parrot. Cat parrot.
Baka.
Baka? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, on my island, Nomad is finally out of his depression.
Fucking finally.
Now I just have to chip so much.
Alright, now what's... Oh, right, because of the whole Heske thing.
Yeah. You know, we might as well just chat until the ads are over because it's coming.
9 seconds, yeah.
Yeah. We have 33 auditions.
Yay.
Yay. I question a lot of things. And I question one in particular.
Oh.
I don't understand why audition. I guess to take a shot, but he doesn't really fit.
I got Dive Into the Heart stuck in my head again.
Oh no, why? Why is it stuck?
I don't know, but it won't go away.
Remind me. Remind me what that is again.
What?
Remind me what that is again.
Dive Into the Heart, whatever. The stained glass, like, floors.
Oh, okay, it's that bit. The bit where you choose. Usually. I'm getting used to this little music box music. You probably aren't. What is the blurb? Find yourself in the middle of the mystery of your business partner's death in this Victorian vampire otome visual novel.
They absolutely got eaten by a vampire.
They got drained.
Alucard is on a walk again.
Oh god. Alright, the main protagonist is Lucy. Y'all can't see her because she's being covered by the logo.
You can see her eye.
You can see one eye.
It's like looking at that one slashed up painting of Prince Adam in Beauty and the Beast.
Oh. That's why they're twins.
Because why not?
Must have twins. Twins make everything interesting. Which is why I can't stop myself from creating twins. Help. I have created so many twins! Help! I'm surprised they didn't make twins for Hakuoki, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. I think probably because Chizuru and Kaoru already exist, so...
Yeah.
I just have to elevate them. I am a Chibika. The ad void is almost done.
It says ad break ended on my end.
And it's over in my end. Yay! We're gonna be playing
Yay!
this. Yippee!
Yeah.
My voice cracked on that
Barely heard that first bit.
Right. Ah, there she is. Well. always wonder how slow time feels for adult vampires. This music does not stop.
Fucking.
I think it's meant to be that way, but okay. Well, that's... for the fleeting time I was a vampire as a child, it was like a never-ending summer afternoon. Some days I could play the day away with no heed for the time. I could explore every room in the manor thrice over, running from every corner to the next. Other days the hours slinked by, every second dripping by slower than the last. Even the shades couldn't shield the manor from the oppressively sickly heat of summer. How fitting!
Sticky heat.
Sticky
Yeah.
heat. It's fitting. It's summer right now. The sun is out and Gaia's doing shit.
I got cloudy weather over here. Suck it.
Well, at least it's not in my face right now.
Okay, true.
Every step felt slower than the last. But for adult vampires who age at half the rate of humans, is it that same feeling of being stuck indoors during the longest summer day of the year?
No, they just implant themselves in the government being a shadowy hand that controls everything.
Or is it more akin to sitting in a backed-up doctor's office, or watching the fire crackle during the first snow of the year, or waiting for a train that's forever delayed?
The fire crackled during the first snow of the year. That sounds nice.
It sounds warm. As
It
someone
sounds so nice.
Yeah, as someone that doesn't like the worms, that sounds warm and nice. It's annoyingly introspective, thoughts like this that creep their way in as I have nothing to do but watch the grandfather clock tick closer and closer to the half-hour mark. A whole half-hour I've sat here, waiting. For nobody, apparently. All of the cordial letters and handcrafted gem samples I've been sent were a sham. Or a prank. Once we agreed to meet in person to finalize the business proposal, he hightailed it elsewhere. I clenched the body of my dress. The clock chimes in mockery of me.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, clock! Not even a servant has so much as entered the room or hallway to inform me of his tardiness. As the grandfather clock's chime echoes in the room, I glance outside. The day is almost over, but there's still some daylight left.
Time better spent outside than in here.
Yes. I use my shoulders properly standing, and I leave.
Where the fuck is this bastard?
The nerve of him to gush about how interested he was in my business proposition, to boast about how perfectly handcrafted his gems were, only to stand me up. If another letter from him arrives, I'm tossing it in the fireplace. That's exactly what you should do.
You go, girl.
And turns down an alleyway, not wanting to hit the crowds walking down the main street in the broad daylight. Can I just say I like the background?
Yeah, actually.
It's very unique and kind of painty-ish. It is painty-ish.
It's like an oil painting.
Yes.
Like something you would see Van Gogh make.
Mm-hmm. At this time of day, the sun feels its brightest, the most headache-inducing. The back alleys, however, are always a pleasant source of shade in areas of town devoid of trees. Perfect on a hotter day like this. Hey, put more trees in your cities. Literally put more trees in your cities. It will help so much. But they're also perfect for hiding people. Are we about to get stabbed or something?
Or we're about to stab somebody with our teeth. Oh, it's with an E.
Yeah. A darkened figure tags along about a block's length from me. I skip to another alley and follows, press against the wall as I pass by a few workers on a side street, turning at an intersection when I am obscured behind them. He still follows. I'll have to do something more drastic.
Flash him.
Ha!
I don't know.
I double back to the first alley, making a long circle. Well, square. Mr. Yon, why must you interrupt me? Well, square to get there without running into him. The stairwell of the building juts out just enough to hide myself with, so I lay in there for my pursuer. Why did the text shove itself out of the way? No one appears from around the corner. Maybe he gave up already.
Hmm.
I lean forward to look down the alleyway, but something tugs on my hair ribbon. Oh no.
Don't tug on the hair ribbon.
Hey!
What do you think you're doing?
Giving chase.
Looks more like you're running around and up to no good.
You're no fun.
What are you doing out in the meeting so early? I went to check in on things and nobody was around.
I skipped past my brother, ignoring his question. Oh.
Oh, there's
okay.
the twin.
That's okay. Nemo.
Hey! Come on.
Nope.
I want dinner.
Not you. Come on, I want dinner.
He didn't show up, did he?
He must have thought he was too good for my offer. He'll see he can't get far without help. I grit my teeth. I can feel Nemo looking at me with pity.
Alright, let's go home.
I turned back to grab his arm, but instead I met with a hand pushing down on my head. Hey!
I'm sorry he was a no-show. You'll find a better fit soon. Just don't try to rush these things. It's not like I'm going to kick you out.
You don't even own the place, you moocher.
Shut up. What's mine is what's his is mine. That's how marriage goes.
Huh? For someone who avoided commitment like the boogeyman, he sure is bragging about it a lot now.
Ah, come on, let's go home.
He lends me an arm, leading us out of the alley. So is Nemo merry then?
I guess.
The floorboards creak underneath our feet as we step down the hallway to our flat. Darkened wood lines every wall, making the space feel several shades darker than it actually is. Most of the other residents should be home by now, winding down for the day. But more so than the sounds of our footsteps, the melody of a violin permeates through the hall. That was fucking perfectly timed. What the fuck?
Ow.
How the fuck? I said the word violin and it just boop.
Which?
That's not my magic.
Which?
I mean, I am a witch, but goddamn. Oh, hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul. So, this was supposed to be something we were going to play last month for Otome, but somebody got sick.
I got sick and it lasted almost the entire month. So we're making up for it.
Meanwhile, all I had was a sore throat and stuff last week, and I'm perfectly fine.
How lucky are you?
I can heal fast. Shut up.
Yes. Did you drink actual Ochimizu?
I do have some Ochimizu next to me, but...
Are you a fury?
Maybe.
It's soft.
Don't like the sun. Yeah, I don't like the sun. I prefer the darkness and everything. Maybe I am a fury.
I think you might be a fury. It's soft and cautious, each note more careful than the last. You can practically imagine someone reading from sheet music while playing the notes.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul. There's more tonight.
Yeah, there is.
We're gonna get through this. We have to get through this. I only managed to get through 2, which is a miracle, but I got through 2.
Somehow.
I had help. There's something quite relaxing about it. Not overwhelmingly loud, but comfortably resting in the background. The piece echoes through the walls, making it hard to tell where it's coming from. As we near our own flat, though, the notes stop. I sigh to myself that we won't be able to hear it at dinner.
Aww.
Who are you?
I'm sorry to hear that. I've heard so many good things about him. He's the jeweler who made my brooch and cravat after all. Maybe something urgent came up. I'm sure you'll hear from him in the next day or two. How Yeah, how dare he? Sending all those buttery letters only to stand you up? You act like it was a marriage proposal. It's a serious crime, that's what it is.
Aww!
Oh, right.
Yes. But also, aww! It's a doggo.
It's not that either.
It's a nuisance. I stabbed the pork chop on my plate. They're all suddenly more interested in eating their own meals. Just stab. All I can think of is buck.
Yeah, that's basically what she said.
The food is rather good, thanks partially to the cooking classes. Ambrose or Ambrose?
Ambrose.
Ambrose. Ambrose is taking, but it just doesn't sit well with me. Not tonight. I ate quickly, leaving a little under half of it still on the plate before heading to my room.
Nichan.
Moonlight slinks through the blinds and across the floorboards. It bounces off my mirror just right, hitting my eyes. Oh.
What?
I must have fallen asleep right after dinner. I don't usually take naps so late in the day. I push myself up on my bed, rubbing my eyes. It may be nighttime now, but I don't think I was asleep for very long. I can hear noises from the other room, so Nemo and Brose are still awake. Something on my nightstand glints out of the corner of my eye. It's my bottle of pills. Oh. A modern marvel of medicine to some and an expensive hoax to others. Emeralds refined to the size of a pill have been found to be a cure for vampirism, effectively negating a vampire's heightened abilities and their dependence on blood. Well, that's interesting.
We need to go tell the guys at the Shinsengumi.
And just the right size, they can be digested and dissolved into a person's body. Any larger and they can be poisonous to vampires, or weak to precious gems.
Good to know. BB, where are you?
Taking pills regularly can turn any person, no matter how long they've been a vampire, back into a human. But whether that change is permanent or only lasts while the pills are being taken remain to be seen. While they're not a perfect cure, Mr. Yan,
And rather expensive to acquire at small scale.
they're highly effective. I hadn't had to drink blood in years. But I also haven't had the use of my heightened physical abilities in years. Okay, so we are a vampire.
I feel like this is about to change. The use of heightened physical abilities, I mean.
Yeah, that's going to change. But I'm like, okay, that's interesting. We are a vampire. We're not like a random ass human interacting with vampires. We are a vampire in vampire society.
Look, I don't care what you do as an adult. If you want to be a vampire, then fine. But I want you to wait until you're old enough to make that decision before all your friends start aging faster than you.
I turned 18 this month. I'm old enough to make my own decisions. I don't need my brother to keep looking out for me. Ooh, a choice.
What do we do here?
What if we don't take the pill?
And so, yeah, okay, let's see what happens.
Don't take the pill! I pick up the half-full bottle, shaking it gingerly. The emerald pills are small enough to go inside a ring. I pushed the bottle into my nightstand's drawer. Because they're so small, Nemo won't notice a few extra pills. But he's bound to find out eventually. What's so wrong with being a vampire? It's not like I'll age so much slower than everyone else. I'll only be at half the rate. Nemo chose to be with Ambrose despite him staying a vampire. It should be fine with me deciding to be a vampire too. Are they married?
I guess.
Yay! I take one last glance at the bottle as I stand. There are many people still skeptical about the treatment, but Mr. Douglas was fascinated by it. Precious gems have long been a dangerous poison for vampires, despite their staying power in ornate jewelry. The thought of using them for medical purposes, rather than for looks or for harm, intrigued him. Or so I thought. Him standing me up today was the final nail in that coffin. Oh.
That guy.
Fuck him. I couldn't spend the rest of the early night hours sleeping, or else I'll mess up my sleep schedule.
Nemo and Ambrose are in the parlor, as I figured.
Nemo has hogged all of the candles and minimal lights, and he looks deep in concentration on fixing the radio. Ambrose is reading the newspaper. Despite the low lighting he's left with, he isn't straining his eyes. Vampiric sight has many advantages. Huh.
So they're both vampires?
One of them is vampires, I think. Or are they both?
At least. At least one. And it sounds like it's Ambrose.
Okay, Ambrose is vampire. That means Nemo's not. So how the fuck did Lucille become a vampire? Was she born a vampire? We have questions now.
Yes, we do.
Still, I don't want to be their third wheel the rest of the night. I step out onto the balcony. Oh, hello.
Oh.
I didn't see you were out here. Say hi, Fade.
Oh. He might not be able to.
Look at.
No, it's all right.
Cecil scrambles to his feet, suddenly eager to get up off of the concrete floor. Oh, what?
See?
Yeah.
So, how are you doing?
How do you think I'm doing?
I can't believe that, man. Standing you up like that? We ought to tarnish his name.
He's back.
It's all green that
Hello?
time.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
hello.
Fuck you, dyslexia.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh.
He'll tarnish it himself in due time, acting like that. And besides, I'm not sure how you, of all people, would even go about doing something like that. What?
I suffered.
Oh.
Yes. I lost about 3 people in the game.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll find.
I also-
really?
Get it out of your system. Get it out of your system.
I also, in the span of 15 minutes, glitched the game.
Of course you did.
I glitched through the fence.
Okay.
I left my friends to fight a horde alone on accident.
And they all died.
Oh no, they managed to survive.
Oh. Well, never
3
mind.
died.
That's where I thought that was going. Anyway. I'll find someone else to work with on it. Maybe I'll reach out to doctors again to gain more public approval before reaching out to manufacturers.
I'm sure you can, Lucy. And besides, you could always make Nemo chase after new leads.
I think he'd chase them off more than help. He has enough work to do around campus, but he's insistent on going with me to every business meeting, party, and more. I can tell if he fancies himself my bodyguard or my chaperone. It's not even his family's business. Yes. Yes, Fade.
Spelled differently, though.
Though speaking of which, you'll be dealing with all of this soon enough.
Huh?
Do you think your family never has to renegotiate anything? That their mining privileges are set in stone? That their workers never ask for pay increases or more benefits? That their merchant deals are lifelong?
I mean, you would think that mining would be set in stone.
Oh my god. Soon you'll be going, "Oh, Lucy, how did you handle all of this? You're so brave to start so young."
I already said that.
He huffs, turning back to the night sky. For the past few years, he's had little contact with his parents. No more than greeting cards and letters he's forced to write to them just to show he's alive. Instead of commuting several hours by train from the family manor, Cecil is living here in the stylish apartment that comes with Ambrose's role as headmaster of Pridux?
Prido.
Prido?
I believe it's Prido.
Prido University. Cecil and I share most of our classes, as we're both focused on business so we can take on our family's companies. And yet sometimes it feels like it's hard to get a proper answer out of him when I inquire about his plans for the future. I hate that question. Chin up. You'll get to shadow a local business soon enough.
You're lucky you don't have to do that.
I've got plenty of real-world experience. They'll only let me count it towards classwork rather than letting me finish school early, though.
Lucy.
His voice is small and short, cutting off his own words almost as quickly as they left him. What is it?
Nothing.
I reach over and pinch his ear. Oh no! It's not nothing if it came to you, so spit it out.
It was just a stupid thought, but I was wondering if this is really what you wanted to do.
Again, his words drift off the longer he talks. It is. I've had to live off of others' generosity for too long. People who think they owe it to my parents to keep me safe since they can't. I want to forge my own path going forward. I want to prove I can be on my own.
What does she say about me? Or what does that say about me, I guess?
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm sure you'll find a good business partner before long, Lucy.
After a moment, it's clear he intends to leave the conversation at that. Cecil's family is from newer money, having made their living from mining operations for precious gems. While my ancestors may have sweated it out in the mines, the current generation lives by signing deals with property owners, negotiating labor work, refining the gems, and more. The idea of an opportunity has not been lost on me. Every time I bring it up or even mention it, however, he lets the conversation drop.
At least it's a nice night out here, isn't it?
I match his gaze. Far beyond the rooftop, stars dot the sky above us. They shine back at us vibrantly, almost twinkling. I don't want to be so dependent on others anymore. I just want to build something myself. We never got to see the sky.
No.
For all the prestige and respect they hold, the towering spires of Prido?
It's still Prido because Prix is also Pri is spelled Prix, but you don't pronounce the X. It's just Pri.
So Prido. I'm just making sure. Prido. Prido University do nothing to keep the sun from my eyes. The morning glare is so consistent and forceful that most students go out of their way to take the long way around to the east entrance to avoid it. You would think the sun could be more considerate and less intrusive, given the number of vampires working and learning on campus. As for Cecil and myself, We often avoid the problem entirely by winding through the gardens and taking shortcuts that only make sense when you're setting out from the headmaster's apartment. How infuriating. I should be drafting contracts and celebrating now. A rough sigh escapes me, more a sigh of exhaustion than anything I'm expecting out of the day ahead. My classes will provide a moment's distraction at the very least. I need to keep my focus sharp and find another prospect quickly. In the future, when Cecil takes over his family's business, we can form a partnership and build a more secure chain of supply. There's no chance of that while his father is in control, unfortunately. If I recall correctly, Elm's family owns a series of retail establishments. I have no idea what business they're in exactly, but if he has some connections... Ambrose is also meeting with the university board soon, if I'm not mistaken. There are several prominent businessmen among the board, including at least 2 wholesalers and a renowned doctor. Perhaps I could convince Ambrose to arrange a meeting with at least one of them.
Wait, Lucy!
He has glasses! Cecil? What are you doing back there?
Well, to start, I saw that stray cat that's been wandering around campus lately, and then by the time I tried to get your attention, you'd gotten this far ahead of me. God damn it!
You know that cat won't pay you any mind no matter how many slices of roast chicken you leave out for it.
I wasn't trying to bribe it. I just wanted to show you, but you move so fast when you get lost in thought.
I've not much choice in the matter, thanks to recent events. I'll have it sorted out swiftly enough.
You definitely will. You'll have all the merchants in the city begging to partner with you before long.
And someday I'll be saying the same to you.
That doesn't come as easily for me as it does for you, Lucy.
He smiles, but I know him too well to leave it at that. He's been so unsure of himself lately, but Cecil's more than capable of keeping peace with me, even if he doubts himself.
Keeping pace with you. That is pace.
He was up rather late last night, though it's not often I see him so easily distracted either. I'll have to ask him about it later. I require a drink.
Okay. Fade, you know what to do. You're the drink guy. Or at the very least, anybody in chat can do that.
Are we in a Nat Void?
Yes.
Oh. That explains the others, doesn't explain Fade. Come here, water.
Also, do you realize what I'm trying to give Cecil?
Uh...
I think I'm pretty sure it's like pretty close to your Kirigi voice.
Wait, you mean this?
Kind of like that, yeah.
This voice? This is what you're trying to do?
I thought that suited him quite a bit.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
A little bit. I don't think I realized something from it, but I wasn't sure. Like something in the back of my mind's like, that sounds kind of something. I don't know what, but something. Cecil has been my best friend since we were children, and he always rushes to support me, even when it puts him in danger. I only hope he wasn't wearing himself ragged trying to keep up with me now. The university gardens are always immaculate. Students and professors alike meander through its hedges, rushing between classes or taking leisurely strolls. It's also haunted if you believe the rumors spun from mistaken sightings of marble statues in the dead hours of the night.
Groan.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean, oh, okay? I saw what you did. Fuck you.
There
Fuck you, Okta.
we go.
Yeah. To pick up this 2-liter bottle of Coke that's filled with water.
Oh.
Because if I put it in my usual cup, I just have to be getting up multiple times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no.
That makes sense. 5 years prior, a series of attacks by a vampire terrified the campus and kept most from venturing out after dark. I suppose classroom rumors are a sign of Prudo's recovery from that incident. Literally. Instead of a ghost, however, I see a tall, pale face beneath the lilac blossoms. Good, I need to catch him before class begins. Are you admiring the flowers, or have you been waiting for us here?
Oh. Lucy.
I've shared a class with Elm for half a year now, and he's saved both Cecil and I countless headaches in that time. For all the expertise and wisdom kept in these hollowed halls, most of our professors are dead set on explaining things in the most obtuse and unreasonable ways imaginable. Yeah, that sounds like teachers.
Yeah.
Elm has a keen talent for translating all of their theoretical jargon into a language anyone can grasp. His family has several holdings in retail business outlets, though now that I think more on it, I don't know much about what they do or where their money comes from. Doesn't like to give particulars about his family. It's easy to forget details like that when we talk. He always listens intently, and he's constantly surprising even our professors with his insights. Not that you'd know from the detached air about him. No matter what the situation, Elm can always set someone at ease. Most often, I think, by taking much of their unease onto himself. Do you have a moment before the professor arrives? I'd like to speak with you about...
I'm sorry.
His voice is so brittle. It's usually hard to read any of his expressions, but right now he's clearly preoccupied.
I'm sorry. Hold on, I'm responding to a message.
Okay. That is fine. Fuck the
Not
heat.
today. I know, right?
What?
Not today. I'm not in a sound state today.
Do you feel unwell? You look the part, no doubt.
No.
He shakes his head.
Lucy, there's something I'll tell you later. God damn it, what is it with these men not wanting to communicate their feelings?
Wait, just a minute now. Before I can ask him what's on his mind, he ducks into the classroom and makes his way to a desk.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Lucy, what was Elm saying? Seemed out of sorts.
I'm not sure. It's almost as if he was in shock.
You don't think he's caught a summer cold, do you? I sure as hell did.
I almost hope it's as simple as a passing sickness, but I've never seen that heaviness in Elm's eyes before.
The professor's on her way. Lucy, let's head inside.
Ah, yes. Elm charges ahead and sits down in the back corner of the classroom, far from his usual seat near Cecil and I. Damn. I may not get another chance to speak with Elm until after class. Asking about his family business can wait. I won't leave one of my friends languishing like that. Though I'll admit it's often hard to read his expressions. Maybe it would be a bad idea to press him on anything now if he's feeling unwell. My nose wrinkles and I force myself to follow along with the professor's droning. Not droning.
Wah, 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 wah.
Thank you. Finding Elm after class proves more troublesome than anticipated. He excused himself part way through the lecture and never returned, and now I've not an inkling of where he might be. I doubt he's avoiding me in particular, but it does seem as though he's avoiding everyone. In which case, why would he have come to class today at all? I sigh and pace through the campus gardens, borrowing shade from the hedgerows. Hedgerows? Hedgerows.
Yes.
Why is that one word? As I consider whether I should keep up the search or let LMB and turn my focus elsewhere.
Yes, you should.
Perhaps I ought to reach out to another jeweler, though Douglas calls on me again. Well, he's had his chance.
Oh, Lucy. Is there another villain in need of reprimand?
It's nothing that drastic. I'll have it all sorted out before long, provided that my brother doesn't fuss over me every step of the way.
He's just showing his concern as best as he knows how. You finished with your classes for today, haven't you? I happen to have a free moment, and I was planning to take a walk on into town. I'd be delighted to have you join me.
I just noticed something that's unique. The name is in the middle.
Huh. Yeah,
Usually the name's to the side.
like right there next to I happen to have a free moment.
Yeah. That's throwing me off a little bit.
It is a little bit, but I kind of like it.
I don't know how to feel.
Mm.
Ambrose offers me his elbow and spades beneath his parasol. A gentle but nonetheless insistent invitation. I like that he has an umbrella. He is far more considerate than his husband. Honestly, Nemo could at least ask before showing up to herd me like a wandering goat. Goat sounds. I take Ambrose's arm
It
and...
didn't come through.
No. What? Did you...
I was doing that one goat scream.
Honestly, yeah, that passed through my head as soon as I saw goat. I take Ambrose's arm and fall into step alongside the headmaster as he walks beneath the university's grand archway and towards the center of town. I was considering that myself. I won't refuse the company, though I can't stay for long.
You won't have to worry on my account. My errand should only take a few minutes at most. I suppose he's not in today either.
After his third impeccably polite knocks against an ornate door shop, Ambrose resigns. His errands, as it happens, was meant to be a quick stop to see a gemsmith by the name of Fairfield.
I'll have to see if Mr. Driscoll has the time.
And what is it that you're looking to have crafted, I wonder? Ambrose smiles so fondly. It's obvious he's planning some sort of gift for Nemo.
I'll tell you as soon as I can be sure it's even possible, but for now, let's just leave it there.
Well, it's no surprise that Mr. Fairfield isn't in. He's not replied to the letter I sent him last week either, so he must have left town without giving proper notice.
How strange. In that case, was there anywhere in town you'd like to go, Lucy?
No, but I'm more than content to wander while we talk, shall we?
Of course. It's been considerably mild of late, though I hear there's a storm coming in from off the coast. Perhaps I should ask Nemo to fix the window shutters instead of tending to the overgrown trees around the storage building.
Your last meeting went well, I take it? Was it the entire board of trustees or just their representative?
Oh my, Lucy, you are more perceptive than some of the faculty.
Ambrose closes his eyes and smiles softly, which I've come to know as a sign of resignation. I know he would rather I know he'd rather we wander aimlessly and take this time to distract ourselves from business, but I can't let even a narrow possibility slip away.
Yes, the board met earlier than usual. That storm I mentioned will make the roads unfit for travel, and many of them have business outside of Laurenburg. I can't imagine what you're about to ask, but none of them are open to new business ventures, at least not yet.
And how could you know that for certain? I may not have graduated yet, but if any of them have any good sense.
It isn't a matter of good sense, Lucy.
Ambrosio sighs as we return into the busy town square. The sun-battered awnings and ivy-covered eaves, keeping us in the cool shade.
We lost the first quarter of our meeting to one board member's complaints over snake oil salesman in his hometown. And another swore up and down that she'd been swindled by a jeweler passing off tinted glass as a ruby. I know for certain that a few of them would be interested in the prospect of a treatment for vampirism, but this isn't the best time.
That's a sensible conclusion, but do you really think I couldn't convince them? Regardless of whatever huckster they might be ranting about, I'm living proof that there is a cure for vampirism within our grasp. I can already feel my senses sharpening again. I wasn't expecting my vampirism to return so quickly, but at this rate, perhaps it would only take another few days before I could use my blood arts again. That would be more than enough to prove myself a vampire, and then...
I have no doubt that you could convince nearly anyone. It's not that I worry you might fail, Lucy. It's that I'm worried you'll push yourself to the point of collapse. You've worked diligently and almost without rest for months now, Lucy. I'm worried you're driving yourself to exhaustion.
I'm hardly close to being winded, much less exhausted. Success in business often comes down to timing and seizing opportunity, doesn't it? And I certainly... Seizing opportunity, doesn't it? And I certainly need to find another opportunity soon. Ambrose paused in the center of the street, and the crowd parts around us, as if we're standing on a small boulder in the middle of a rushing stream. Huh.
I promise you that I'll tell you the moment I cross paths with a potential partner or investor. And you've already crafted a remarkable business plan. I think you could easily afford to take things slowly for a time, even if only for a few days. Though the look on your face tells me that you disagree.
I don't see how I can rest on my laurels when I don't even have a supplier. I can't very well market a cure for vampirism if I have no way to actually offer it, and it's not as though it's easy to procure gems of the appropriate purity. The cost alone is prohibitive. Prohibitive?
Prohibitive.
Prohibitive. Let alone the time and skill required to process each pill. I have to solve this problem first, otherwise I can't even take the next step. I could feel my grip tighten around Ambrose's arms, but he says nothing. Relaxing again, I take a step forward and he matches my pace.
Someday, I'm certain that vampires who wish to become human will be able to do so with the same ease as one might treat a reoccurring headache. And when that day comes, it will be a result of all your work and effort.
Thank you for your advice and your concern. I'm more than comfortable at this pace, however, and once I secure a viable partner, I'll have plenty of time for leisure and relaxation. At least for a few hours, I expect.
Ah, there's our first drink.
Yep, I was about to say. It's a drink.
After nearly an hour.
Oh my god.
So she's the antithesis of our strawberry girl.
We've yet to see, though.
Oh my god, Ichiko.
Ichiko. Ichiko. I don't remember the ending number.
9,999.
I'm sure it wasn't that.
I know, but it's just funny.
Can I find it? Do I have it? Hold on.
Most likely you do.
Slight detour. Slight detour.
Also, do you like the pseudo Alfred Pennyworth voice I'm giving to Ambrose here?
Yes. Is this the last one I took? This might be the last one I took. In which case, it's 250.
So I was pretty close with 9,900.
That's not the same number, motherfucker.
It's close enough.
That's close enough to 9,999.
Speaking of which, have you not heard anything from Douglas yet?
Sir, it's been a day. He seems worried, far more than I expected he would be, overhearing about a missed appointment. Unfortunately, I can't afford such sympathies right now. Not a word. But it hardly matters. I won't waste any more ink on unreliable cats like him.
That's concerning. I could understand if he hadn't contacted you yesterday evening, but to ignore you into the afternoon. Perhaps he's taken ill? We aren't far from his offices if you wish to stop in.
A waste of time, I expect. Thank you, though.
Another!
Well, it didn't take forever.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm grateful, in spite of the circumstances. Ambrose could hardly bear any blame for a jeweler's negligence. Though I'm sure he feels some responsibility, since he is the one who vouched for Douglas as a trustworthy prospect. I'll consider it once I've taken care of other business.
I'm sure it's a simple misunderstanding.
A bell chimes above to mark the quarter hour. Ambrose waits patiently as the sound fades into the din of the town square, then gestures back towards the university.
Well, it seems I'm out of time, unfortunately. I've got another appointment soon, so I'll be heading back. Are you returning to campus as well?
No, I think not. I'll see you tonight at dinner, Ambrose.
Of course. It should be Crown of Lamb, though, provided I'm not held up by the faculty. Goodbye for now.
Crown of Lamb? Huh? Ambrose turns, and I let the shadow of his parasol slip away, leaving me in the sun. It's brighter than I expected. Nearly as bright as it was in my childhood. The afternoon
it's just racks of lamb pushed up against each other to look like a crown.
Oh.
Typically serving 4 to 8 guests depending on the size.
Huh. Is it what I'm imagining in my head? Now I need a picture. God damn it.
I'm on it. I'm
Okay.
on it.
Meanwhile, the afternoon crowds have filled the town square with laborers and tradesfolk winding through the bakeries and market stands on their lunch break. Carriage wheels and newly sawed horses leave a dull staccato in the air as they pass one another in the street. I need to see the snow. Ah, it was what I was thinking of.
That would be one way to do it.
What?
Like, there are a couple of different ways to have it look, but that's just one way of doing it.
Oh, now I want meat. I need meat.
No.
I require meat. But meat's fucking expensive. Shop bells ring one after another. A large fountain babbles conversationally to the people gathered around it.
Conversationally, yeah.
Conversationally to the people gathered around it, and in the distance a small crowd applauds. I consider the Douglas office is on the far end of the square, but the sound of a violin catches my ear. Is that what warranted the applause I heard? Mr. Yan is attacking me today. There's something both immediately familiar and uncanny. I've never heard this song before, and certainly never in this place, but the melody feels eerily nostalgic. I suppose a skilled performer can evoke all sorts of emotions in their audience. Let's see what sort of person this fiddler is. The quick triplets and rich vibrato echoes to the plaza. But actually, seeing past the gathered crowd is becoming a hassle. A group of taller men in particular stand right in the middle, and I've half a mind to drag them to the back of the audience. There are people behind you, you dolts. I reach forward to pry the wall apart when the fiddler strikes a sharp chord and leaps up onto the fountain's edge. Oh. They raise the violin up and their fingers dance across its neck. The audience claps to keep time. A bubbling warmth rises in my chest and I can't look away. He has a mask. They wear a mask, but they're clearly quite handsome, huh? Their slick back hair shines in the afternoon sun, and their hands cradle their instrument with a fierce delicacy. And the sound, I don't know where they were trained, but they're bursting with energy as if they can't help but draw their bow across the strings. It's enchanting. I've attended a fair number of performances in my life, from full chamber orchestras to unaccompanied singers in a roadside tavern. It's been years since I've heard a performance so desperate and impassioned as this. It's almost as if they're grasping for breath, and that violin is the only air they can breathe. Finally, the middle-aged man bearing my path steps aside, and I move a bit closer to the front for a better look at this masked fiddler. A moment passes where they look my direction. Despite the mask, I can tell our eyes meet. Their bow hangs for a half beat too long, and they hop back down to finish the song. Before I can find them again, a round of applause rings out, and the people around me plead for an encore. The clasp of an instrument case clicks shut. Are they leaving already? I need to get their name, at the very least. A musician with that level of passion and talent could do better than busking in the square. And I wouldn't mind hearing them play privately for me either. Wait! There's no path forward. Eventually the crowd breaks and people start dispersing in a dozen directions. By the time I reach the fountain's edge, the masked fiddler is gone. I sigh to catch my breath. That's likely for the best. I must let myself get carried off track. Handsome musicians are a hazard in many ways. That's a sentence.
It's a sentence, yeah.
I wonder what the business prospects are like for the agents and representatives of popular performers.
Give me just a moment.
Okay. I drink water then. Is it a cat? What the fuck?
It just needs to get put in the dryer. Thank you. I has a delivery.
What's a delivery?
I was asked about food, and I said, "Okay, yeah, why not?" And so I got a triple cheeseburger in here.
Don't make me order.
I'm sorry, I lied. I have two.
The fuck? So what do you get exactly?
2 triple cheeseburgers, apparently.
Oh. Do you actually have 2?
Yes, actually. I
Oh.
only wanted 1, but this is cool. Thanks.
While you were gone, I was asked, is it a cat at the door?
No.
Aww.
No, just a teleporting gnome. It's a bit of an inside joke we have with her.
Okay. Teleporting gnome.
Aren't you already taking enough work as it is?
I am more capable than I was when I was a child, Nemo.
More capable of running yourself ragged, maybe.
I glower at him. Glower is such a word.
It's sort of like glaring at him.
Yeah, I know. And what have you come into town to fetch?
You. But anyways, he lifts up a bundle of wrapped meat in butcher's paper.
Oh, god damn it.
Of course it.
Fine, game. I will order dinner. I guess. I don't know.
A crown, apparently. Come on, I'll walk you back unless you still got business here.
No. I sigh and let my shoulders sink.
We got a new video out.
Yay.
Birashana.
Yay. You gotta get back to it at some point.
Don't remind us, please.
Let's go then. I'm getting hungry.
Yes. You know this is for dinner, right?
Don't worry, I'm not going to eat your husband's crown. Nemo holds his arm out and I take it as we move through the din of afternoon traffic. In a short while, we'll be back at the apartment and I'll need to start drafting more inquiries and preparing samples. I'll consider what Ambrose said earlier. If I could secure a reliable supply of gems, then I could prove the treatment's effectiveness more easily. In a short while, we'll be back at the apartment. Oh wait, no, my brain. The evening will pass uneventfully, and by week's end, I'll forget all about Douglas's audacity and insult. The thing changed again. But that calm, unremarkable future doesn't come to pass. As we wind through the square and emerge from an alley, I catch a glimpse of the building where Douglas kept his office. 5 police officers are gathered around the open doorway in a huddle, while other officers shelter in and out of the narrow hallway. Stray faces catch my ear. One officer says, "It's been here a few hours." Another says something like, "Already going cold." Found him earlier today. Possibly since... Damn, a carriage.
So he got murked.
Damn, a carriage rumbles past and drowns out the rest of the phrase. Yeah, he's dead. A chill sweeps over me and my feet pull me toward the ominous chatter. No reassurance or comfort are waiting for me in that office. No one overhearing the officers outside. Even so, I walk closer. I find this very annoying. I don't like the change of text boxes like this. I really don't. I understand she has a lot of her thoughts, but they fit in the text box from before. And then you just have the oddness of the text kind of changing and moving up when there's another line sometimes. It just feels weird. I don't know if that made any fucking sense. A rush of foot traffic floods into the streets as passengers head for the train platform. In the chaos, it's easy to slip away and duck behind an oncoming carriage before Nemo can even notice you've gone. Did you separate from your brother?
No, it will.
Oh, well. The The clock chimes at the top of the hour, a moment before I reach the doorway. Outside, the police are still chattering about how hard it will be to cordon off the area and turn away gawkers. Cordon? No.
Be able to cordon off the area.
Cordon off the area. Bleh. And turn away gawkers. They don't seem too concerned with all the people passing in and out of the main building, though. It's almost embarrassing that I can slip in so casually without drawing a second glance. Douglas's office occupies the ground level of a faintly new, yet imposing building close to the center of Laurenburg.
Fairly new?
Fairly new?
See if the neighbors have heard anything first, and then finish documenting the scene. Call for a chemist while you're at it. That teacup smells like shoe varnish. Sir, yes, sir. And you there, check the locks on all the windows for tampering. This one's looking a lot like the Fairfield case.
Oh! Oh, that's not... Oh, that's not good. It's a serial killer.
Possibly, yeah.
I hear an officer's voice coming from an open doorway to my left. He continues, but I can't follow his words anymore. My eyes fall to a prone, rigid form draped across a sofa near the back of the room. One of the officers steps aside, and the face of the corpse stares back at me with gaunt and glassy eyes. The officer's chatter confirms my fear. The man I was supposed to meet yesterday evening was lying dead in his office, with blood kicked around his lips and staining his tie. I got it.
Someone there? Clear out. This is a crime scene. No gawkers.
My legs move before I can think clearly. Douglas is dead? How? When? The nearest doorknob is already in my hand. Good, it's unlocked. My shin slams into a low table and I tumble backwards into an armchair. The sunlight stings my eyes as if I hadn't suffered insults enough, and then my vision adjusts. I often felt the unnerving sensation of reliving memories in a dream. It's never happened to me in the waking world, though. A grandfather clock chimes echoes through the room. I glance outside and the sun is still high above the rooftops. I clench the hem of my dress. I'm back in the same seat I occupied less than a day ago, waiting to finalize a business deal with the man now lying dead less than a dozen feet away. My mind swirls and my memories fray. Was Douglas already dead by the time I arrived last night? Did he die while I waited here, never realizing?
I think he did.
On the way in, I saw 5 coppers, and inside 3, maybe 4 others.
Ooh.
My breath catches in my throat. Natural deaths, no matter how tragic, don't draw this level of scrutiny. Murder. I like to be overreacting and leaping to unreasonable conclusions, but I can still recall the odd figure I chased through the alleyways last night.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Did they see me? Did they know I was here? Was Douglas being killed as I sat in this chair? One of them mentioned Fairfield earlier. Is that the same Mr. Fairfield that Ambrose tried to call on earlier today? Stray syllables leak out of the neighboring room, but I can't hear anything complete. If I press my ear to the wall, though... Who's there? I tear my face away from the wall and grip the arms of the chair so firmly that my nails nearly rip the upholstery.
Oh, my apologies. I wasn't aware anyone else had an appointment today.
This is crossing over into the absurd. Why is Elm here? And why has he changed his outfit completely since he was in class?
I hope you've not been waiting long.
No, I only arrived moments ago.
Good. I could pour you some tea if you'd like.
No, thank you. If I may ask... Drink?
Sure.
Drink. Come on. Uncap. Sorry.
Go right ahead.
What exactly are you doing here? Smirks. He's never smirked. At least not that I've seen.
I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage. If I may.
He reaches forward, and before I can stop him, he's lifting my fingers to his lips. Helm?
You've met my brother. I'm sorry for the confusion.
Brother? I've never mentioned having a brother, let alone a twin? Why wouldn't you have brought that up?
Why are there so many twins?
I love the chaos. Yeah. I love the chaos specifically that identical twins bring.
Hikaru and Kaoru. Despite the circumstances, I'm charmed to make your acquaintance. I'm Rowan, currently the head of my family's business and estate as of this morning. So wait, we got ourselves trees named professors here. Got it.
Oh my gosh. At a glance, he looks just like Elm, but the air around him is completely different. From the slight smirk tugging at his lips to the confidence in his posture, he holds himself with incredible assertiveness and poise. I allow him to take my hand in greeting, but I can barely keep track of what he says. Elm is his brother? Mr. Douglas was their father? That would explain Elm's behavior earlier. He must be grief-stricken, but meanwhile his brother doesn't betray a trace of sadness. Why didn't Elle mention his twin to me? And why is Rowan taking all of this in such an easy stride? Pleased to meet you, Rowan. My name is Lucy, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Ah. Now we're getting into it.
Oh, hi, Fade. I don't know if that's worth a goddamn moment. 'Cause that's just something you do.
It really is. It is unfortunate, yes, but I've already had time to grieve. Most importantly, I've been settling my father's outstanding business. And I do hope you're still interested in pursuing our options together.
At that, he closes his hand around mine and flashes a reckless grin. How brazen. I could see he takes after his father in that regard.
I'm relieved that you came by. I saw one of your recent letters among my father's papers, and I was hoping to run into you eventually so that I might apologize in person and hear your proposal.
I'm relieved to hear it. About your father. Roman shakes his head, sullen but not unsettled.
My father put his work first at all times, even to the detriment of his health. He kept unreasonable hours and regularly worked himself to the point of exhaustion at his desk, so in a way, I've been expecting this to happen almost every day for years. A colleague of ours was found dead recently, so I'm sure the coppers are just taking every precaution. I think my father was always in the greatest danger from himself.
My condolences. Jesus. A writhing, coiling knot rises in my stomach. I'm still reeling from Douglas's death and the prickling unease left by my questions about Elm and Rowan. Is our family business even stable right now? Is Rowan trustworthy? I'll have to sort it out later. At present, I need to know exactly why the police are here in such force, and I doubt that figure fleeing the scene last night was just a harmless bystander. If you have everything in order, shall we continue discussions of our potential partnership?
Unfortunately, The day after tomorrow is the earliest I can give you the attention you and your ideas deserve. The day after tomorrow? Oh,
The day after tomorrow. That's acceptable.
thank you for your understanding. Even though I fully expected my father to work himself into an early grave, I'll need a bit more time to make arrangements for his burial.
Rowan smiles easily, but despite his confidence and aplomb, he can't hide the crooked knot in his tie or stray loose buttons on his cuffs. I wonder if he's taking his father's death worse than he appears. Though I still don't see why the police would be interested in a jeweler's natural death, no matter how untimely. You have my sympathies. Girl, you have said this like 3 times! What time should I meet you then?
You're pretty forward, you know?
I'm not fond of delay unless they're absolutely necessary.
A woman of ambition and charm. Let's meet at my family's manor after breakfast. It's close to the university, and we'll waste less time stepping aside for the coppers.
Perfect. I'll look forward to formalizing our partnership then.
As will I, Miss Lucy.
Rowan bows deeply, raising his face to meet my eyes, and flashing that reckless grin of his once more. He certainly inherited his father's sense of flattery.
I definitely instinctively bowed as I said that.
In the window just behind the grandfather clock, I noticed Nemo searching for me among the afternoon crowds. I'm not feeling at ease with the police lingering so close by either, so it's time I head back. Thank you again. It's a pleasure to meet you in spite of the circumstances. I'll take my leave. Drink!
Drink. Mm-hmm.
Come here.
Of course. And we'll speak again soon.
I leave the small meeting room quietly, then hurry down the hall, slip behind the coppers, and grab Nemo by the arm to pull him into an alley.
Hey, Lucy, what's going on? Where'd you disappear to?
Douglas's office.
And you couldn't have just told me where you were going?
Something caught my attention. Did you notice a suspicious figure I chased through the alleys last night when you found me?
Yeah, because that was me. Were you trying to catch a burglar to pass the time?
That was you? Well, in any case, it wasn't a burglary. In fact, this whole affair might be more involved than I anticipated. Nemo can be overprotective at times, but he knows when to listen, and he's fairly good at it when the mood strikes him. And so he listens as I tell him everything I saw, the condition of Douglas's body, Rowan's sudden appearance, and the murmurs I heard from the police. They wouldn't be putting this many coppers on the scene if they thought Douglas's death was natural, would they?
Probably not. It'd be the first time the coppers rushed to the wrong conclusion, though. They might be certain it's murder, but they're wrong more often than a broken clock.
That may be so.
You think the coppers might be right?
No, but it is strange. Rowan says he's certain that Douglas's death is natural, though he also told me that one of Douglas's colleagues died recently as well. I looked up at Nemo and he returns to a pensive glare. I know the look pretty well. He's warning me not to dive headfirst into something dangerous. Well, we're gonna dive headfirst into something dangerous.
Right, Elm's twin brother. Well then, what do you think?
About Douglas's death? I'm not sure. He looked...
No.
Pallid skin, blood dribbling down his neck, staining his shirt, the emptiness in his eyes. I'm no expert on these things. I didn't see any obvious wounds, at least.
Come on. Come on, let's go home and get some dinner.
Perhaps the coppers are leaping to conclusion, as they often do. I can't deny the shock that Douglas's death has caused me, nor the uncertainty that Rowan's appearance has brought about. Nemo and I talk about possibilities and contingencies for my future business all the way home. Not that he knows how to navigate such matters with the requisite delicacy. We part at the university gates, and for the next several hours until nightfall, I try and fail to find any trace of Elm. Elm, where you go, buddy? What an exhausting day. It feels as though I woke up a full week ago and been running without a rest since then. A test? No, brain. A rest. Of everything that happened, though, I find that there's one in particular that won't leave my mind. Oh, jeez.
Oh, good lord.
That's more than usual. Well?
What do you think?
Oh, shit. Well, we have a full-root split, I guess.
I suppose so, yeah.
What do you think?
It has to. Well, my one
Which one's
has
the purple
to.
one?
What?
What?
Which one's the one in purple?
I don't know, but my choice I've got hovered over one of the two tree boys.
Okay. So you're for...
I know I'm not choosing the last one because that one just sounds weird.
I'm a little curious about the fiddler. I think Fate
There
has
needs
to...
to be there needs to be context for when noble people we say that.
I think Fate has to choose for us.
Which one has the one in purple?
Eh?
The fuck do you mean?
I don't know.
What? Do you mean the guy we just met?
I don't know.
The one that had the whole hand sucking thing, is that what you're talking about?
No. Wait, hand sucking? What the fuck did I miss?
The thing with the fingers, the hand holding moment
The thing
you said.
went goddamn!
I did?
Are you...
Hold on. I'm opening the tab on the stream. What I did not post that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
you did!
There's no fucking way I posted
Yes,
that.
You said,
did.
God damn, I returned to hand holding moment.
I just got back.
The fuck?
That was 12 minutes ago when you did that.
The fuck?
Either Fate did it subconsciously or someone else did.
I'm concerned. Because I wasn't even at my computer 12 minutes ago.
Are you sure?
Yes, because my blood is currently dropping. I was downstairs eating.
I feel like he needs to get thrown into Grippy Sock jail for a little bit.
Oh my god. Grippy sock jail.
Wait, what? What's that? What is happening?
Just to get your, like, just to make sure that you're alright, you know?
Grippy sock jail.
So, the one option that I was thinking of was for Professor Elm over here.
Oh, you wanted to know about Elm.
Yeah, he seems so distraught, like, and that's where my instincts go. It's just like, people are not okay. I need to go find out what the fuck is wrong.
Alright, well then
I
Fate...
was actually Elm.
Elm? Okay. Elm it is. I can make a save.
Let's make a
Uh-oh.
save, yay.
I'm also mad because I made my mom boiled eggs and she decided not to eat them and make eggplants.
Oh.
She chose very wrong then. Oh my god. Because if I have learned from a former Kentucky State Trooper, nobody likes eggplant.
I don't
You
think
forget my mom is Asian.
I don't think I've ever had eggplant. What does
It honestly sounds disgusting.
What does eggplant taste like?
I don't know, but I don't want to find out. It sounds disgusting.
Do you know, Faye?
It's purple. It's purple. Why is it called eggplant?
Because it looks like an egg when it's small. And beginning
It's
to...
more like a squash, if anything, from the way it looks.
Well, yeah, when it's mature, but when it's small, it's white and like egg shape.
Why are blueberries called blueberries when they're purple?
They are
Exactly,
fucking purple.
like they are.
Anyway. Well, I guess it's that thing, isn't it? They're called... Fuck, which way was it? Was it that
Yes.
purple didn't exist first, or was it that blue didn't exist? One of them, it was the thing. I think purple didn't exist as a color at some point. And then it became a color.
Yeah, because purple is a combination of red and blue.
Yes. And at some point in history, it wasn't a color yet.
Okay, I'm just gonna let's start this conversation there. I don't want my mind to think about what color came first.
Go think about orange.
Elm had been a true friend for some time now, and he joined Cecil and I on more than a few of our misadventures.
Though we met a few years previously, I've gotten to know him even better since we started sharing a class this past spring. I've never seen him so completely at a loss. What could have kept him from telling us about his family? And that he has a twin brother, even. If I can find him tomorrow after class, I'll make a point to hear him out. There's an uneasy weight in my chest. Elm and Rowan both lost their father last night, and if Elm is feeling anything like what I felt as a child when I learned of my family's fate... enough of this. Speculation won't help Elm anyway, and it won't get me any closer to understanding what he's going through. I'll speak with him tomorrow, once I've had more time to recover from the shock of today.
And I must head off because I'm being called, and I think we're heading out.
Goodbye.
Tay.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Ugh. Thinking any further will only tie my brain into knots, and I've not the time to untangle that.
He fucking got it
course he had to-
finally. He did get it. Now I'm taking a drink. Nope.
Haha.
Hey, Midget, can you pull?
I was just about to do that, actually. Let's go gambling. Okay,
No,
never
we
mind.
just
I
pulled the
guess.
other one. Cool. And more than that, even these thoughts can't keep the ghastly image of Douglas's lifeless face from intruding into my memory. The sun is alive! It's almost at my window, which means it's almost going to be in my face.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. We might have to shift... I kind of feel like I might have to shift this stream in particular an hour earlier. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because the sun is just like, hi, I exist, I'm gonna be in your face.
Yeah.
Especially since both Hakokus are on a Switch, that means I'm facing the window.
Ah.
Yeah. I might shift them earlier. Anyway. Sleep will help. Yes, I'll sleep. And I can only hope that tomorrow is a calmer day. Nostalgia can be an insidious thing. It's all too easy to hold fondness for memories when the pain of the moment dulls and you remember only the simple sweetness and thrill. On particularly bright summer mornings, I catch myself getting wistful as I think about the time I spent darting through empty classrooms on campus, hiding out in haylofts and scouring back alleys while I search for answers. In spite of any excitement I felt 5 years ago when Cecil and I planned stakeouts to search for my parents' killer, what? My memory of that time is still stained with tears. What?
Huh.
Whenever I feel nostalgic pain as I pass by a classroom and recall the fun I had roaming free in Laurenburg, I remember how many nights I spent crying myself into restless sleep. I don't even remember my parents properly, and just learning of their deaths devastated me. Tears and clenched fists and bare fangs and reckless adventure all led me to an even more painful answer in the end. Grief never follows a convenient course, and there are rarely simple villains whose dispatch will close all your open wounds. Alan and Rowan lost their father just hours ago, a father they both knew and spoke to every day. No, perhaps that's not right. I don't actually know anything about Alan's relationship to his family, do I? And all the time we've known one another, he never mentioned that he had a twin or that his father was a prospective business partner of mine. I'm sure I mentioned the deal to him at least once while we were studying after class. Rowan's face keeps coming to mind as well. He was charming, inviting even. If I hadn't seen his father's court's moments before we met, I might have even had butterflies in my stomach. That familiar mixture of confusion, excitement, and mystery on the edge of terror fills in the space between my thoughts again. Sitting at the front of a classroom, I can't keep the whirl of memories and curiosity from distracting me. If Rowan was so unfazed and moved on so quickly from his father's death, was their relationship really that bad? If so, then why is Elm so distraught? Even now I can tell he's barely paying any attention to the professor. Though, if he's close to his father, why has he never mentioned it earlier, his family or his sibling? Of course, the most salacious possibility could be true. I already entertained and dismissed the notion that Rowan had killed his father to take over the family business, and that Elm was living in fear of what might happen to him in the aftermath. That is a conclusion to come to.
Yeah.
It was my first and immediate suspicion after leaving Douglas's office, but Nemo and I both agreed that it was unlikely, at least. If Rowan were the killer, he could have chosen a far more convenient time and method that would draw less suspicion onto himself. I'm not fully convinced that he is innocent, of course, but I'd like to believe him. Perhaps I'm just extending goodwill to harm him. Perhaps I'm just extending goodwill to him because of my concern for Elm.
That will be all for today. We'll be discussing the next treatise on current exchange later this week, and you may call upon me if you have questions in the meantime. Dismissed!
Currency exchange? Elm, wait there. Yesterday, I met your twin, Rowan.
Twin brother? Truly?
Elm, why didn't you... Oh, wait. I did it.
Elm! Elm? Why didn't you tell us? Does he attend school here too?
It's weird because it's not at the side.
I didn't. There's been a lot happening lately.
Yes, I heard about your father. I'm sure you've had your reasons, but why did you keep all that a secret from us? I may be entering into business with your brother, and I want to know. I stopped suddenly, and the rails of my thoughts vanished beneath me. What am I expecting of him now? What is it that I really want to know? I don't know. Looks exhausted and anxious. There's a miserable icy weight in the pit of my stomach. Why do I feel so incensed?
It's nothing worth mentioning. We should get going. There's another class coming soon, and... is that true? Wait a minute. Lucy, do you mean that scoundrel who stood you up is Elm's father? I'm sorry, I need to go. There's an appointment, and...
Elm backs away as he stammers out his words, his eyes never meeting my own. I reach to grab his shoulder, but he's even quicker than I expected.
You're too slow.
God fucking damn it. Why are you like this? He leaves Cecil and I standing in the midst of the other students, filtering through the classroom door like water over a where? Where? I have never seen that word before.
Where?
Weir? What is that?
It's basically a small-scale dam that alters water flow.
Okay. Let's follow him. I'm worried about where he might wander.
I think I'll leave him to you, Lucy.
Cecil gives me a sheepish smile and ducks away.
I forgot something earlier, so I'll stop by town to fetch it. Don't wait up for me.
What did you forget? I can lend you my books if you need.
No, it's nothing like that.
I don't think Cecil's even listening by now. Is he anxious about excavating Elm's family secrets? He hurries away, waving an apology as he goes. Bye, Cecil! Wait, Cecil! He doesn't wait, though. There was soot in his knuckles. That closes off any room for doubt. He's absolutely hiding something, and knowing Cecil, he's liable to get in over his head before he realizes he should ask for help. Well, now I'm not about to let him leave at that. Accepting that I can see Elm already making his way into the hall. If I lose sight of him now, I may not be able to find him again until the day after tomorrow. Well, I think
my concerns are still towards Elm, so
follow the elm tree. So it's just I'd like to know what's got Cecil rushing off so suddenly. I know he'll tell me in time. Elm, though, has a giant-ass wall in front of him. He should be only a few paces down the hall, and he isn't even walking quickly. But every step toward him feels like I'm walking through lapping waves. I'm anxious. I was too focused to notice it sooner, and now I've only got the span of a few yards to think of what I'll say. I need to know why he kept his twin existence a secret. But what do I say to someone who lost their father just 2 nights past? Wait, where's he gone? I only hesitated for a moment. He's probably on his way back to his manor, right? Elm? 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 No reply, though I expected as much. I'm not in shoes built for sprinting, but I can manage 100 yards at least. I recall the directions Rowan gave me well enough. I should be able to follow the roads there and catch Elm along the way. Unless he's running at a breathless pace, I should at least be able to catch sight of him before he shuts himself away, and I can easily keep up this moderate pace for longer if I need to. But I don't. And there's no reason to keep running. I move past a pair of sullen, downcast faces beneath a blooming lilac arbor, and I stop. I'm not out of breath, but I still feel my pulse quicken. I sit down beside the stoic marble bust of one of the university's founders on a short pedestal, and I look up through the vines. Perhaps Ambrose was right. There are things I might miss if I rush too quickly straight ahead. The flowers here are lovely.
They only bloom for a day or two. They'll be gone once the storm passes through.
Beside me, Helm's face is just as graven and
As
dark.
graven.
Yeah, as graven and dark as the statues keeping watch throughout the garden. His voice doesn't carry a tremor, and it's softer than usual, almost weary. A shame then. I'm sure Ambrose wouldn't mind if we cut a few to keep before the wind carries them off.
Uh, whether the headmaster minds or not, I don't think your brother would let you steal the gardener's shears again.
The next thought doesn't form completely in my mind. Elm and I both linger uncomfortably for a moment. Elm tenses briefly as I reach up. For now, I'll have to do without asking about Rowan. I pinch the stem of a lilac high on the arbor, twist it swiftly, and snap it off of the vine. I offer it to Elm, rightly proud of myself. I don't need to steal anyone's shears, fortunately.
It seems you don't, Lucy. It seems you don't, Lucy. Here we go.
Ah, he's smiling, at least a little. Which is significant for someone like him.
So,
Takes in a slow breath.
you heard that my father died the night before last.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Drink. Haha.
Drink.
No. It's not. I didn't expect it. I thought it wouldn't appear for decades more. My father wasn't the most present man. He worked from before sunup to long after sundown, week upon week. He especially threw himself into work over the past several years. I always thought he would work away his grief in time.
Grief? Hold up.
I wanted to talk to him. It was today that we were supposed to meet.
You don't have to say more than you like. If you do want to talk about your father, though, I've got a better set of ears than the founders. Oh. I pressed that.
Did somebody... Oh, okay.
I found a button.
Might as well.
Is it? Oh, it's B. Okay.
Oh.
I tilt my head towards the marble bust beside us, and Elm chuckles lightly.
They are attentive, at least.
With some effort, Elm rises to his feet and accepts the lilac I plucked as he does. The sight of him bringing the petals up to his nose, smiling at the scent, and then placing the flower in his breast pocket is unexpectedly beautiful.
I'm sorry I've been avoiding you and Cecil lately. Would you like to walk with me for a while?
Oh, yes, by all means.
Thank you for the flower and coming to find me.
I hope you didn't expect I let you languish here on your own. Cecil would have come with me too, but he had something urgent to attend. Something which I'm going to ask him about tonight. Why did he rush off like that? These vines are so old and well tended. I doubt even a hurricane could stop them from blooming year after year.
If only it were that easy for us.
I can hear bitterness pulling down Elm's quiet laughter. We walked on through the garden, and soon enough the university gates and into town. We're here again. I take Elm's arm once we're in the midst of the afternoon crowds. He's always a little stiff in these moments. I think he's never been accustomed to human touch. He's told me that he doesn't dislike it in theory, but when anybody else touches his arm or shoulder, it makes him keenly aware of his own body in a way he's rarely pleased with. The fuck does that mean? I suppose I can understand. I've heard some people experience this when they turn into vampires and suddenly have a heightened awareness of themselves, including any misgivings or anxieties they might have. In Elm's case, though, I always wondered if it wasn't just that he'd spent so much time in his own mind that he rarely gives his body a second thought. Time slips by us slowly as if we're swimming against its flow, walking slowly as the sun drops towards the rooftop of Laurenburg. Once, 3 summers past, this one I walked with Elm through these streets. I forget if we even had a goal or if we were just enjoying the carefree afternoon browsing the storefronts and window displays. We stopped by a clockmaker, one of those old shops with yellowed windows and a faded sign above the door. The brass handle on its entrance was smooth and worn from the weight of thousands of hands. Elm stood there, transfixed and singularly focused on an open pendulum clock with its shifting gears. A small city moved around its base with porcelain carriages and ladies beneath lace parasols shifting at each quarter hour.
He barely spoke a word about a whisper. Isn't it wondrous to see every part laid out and fitted together so finely?
Cecil eagerly agreed, and the two spent a farewell, excitedly chattering about the marvels of precision engineering, though Elm didn't seem as taken with the fine embellishments. Rather than the decoration on each piece, Elm stared at the whole mechanism, as if he were gazing at the night and mapping every star.
It's laid out in plain to see. Every part and every piece and parts in harmony.
I can almost hear his words from all of those years past, as clear as the chime of the clock. He's certainly a strange fellow, but a reliable friend and a steady presence. Perhaps that's why seeing him so shocked has left me unnerved as well. Up ahead of us, a young couple walks away from an alleyway stall with absolute glee. A middle-aged man with a brilliant sapphire necklace and matching cufflinks is waving goodbye to his last customers and beckons Elm over with the same motion. His table is full of rings and pendants, all set with enormous gems, which is why I'm confident he's a thief or a counterfeiter.
Ah, yes, welcome. You two seem to be enjoying yourselves, so why not get something for your bow here?
My jaw nearly drops, but almost because of the quality of the gems in front of me. It was a topaz under the size of my thumb, and without a single impurity.
I would, but I forgot my wallet.
A blatant lie. Why did you think I was the bow?
Oh, come now. You must think these are a prince's treasure, but I assure you, they are more reasonable than you'd expect. You see, sir and madam, these are all reconstructed rubies. We've concocted them in test tubes and grown them to tremendous size, all for less than a miner's monthly wage.
Don't you love lab-grown gems? Thank you, but we'll be on our way.
Darink.
Doink.
Oh, look, now it's saying that we got light rain out here again. Yay.
Anything worse than that, or is that it?
For now, it's just light rain.
Okay, we got little rain droppies.
reconstructed rubies. Ah, caught your eye, eh? Yes, as you can see, these are a marvel of modern scientific ingenuity.
I'm familiar. I've borrowed a book on the process if you'd like to see it, back at the campus library.
They are lovely.
Oh no, look like he's taken with a pair of ruby hairpins and hasn't caught my meaning.
Yes, indeed. A perfect pair of identical hairpins. See how finely the silver filigree fits the precise cut of the ruby, like stars blossoming on a vine.
That was a sentence?
It's, believe me, that's very common among merchants. They're trying to sell you on something, so they're throwing in all of these like wow sounding words and everything like that.
Yeah, wow sounding words that make no sense.
Yeah, they don't sound like they make sense, but they sound amazing. So you're like, oh, that's cool. The perfect gift for a lady with beautiful hair. Oh no, wait. The perfect gift for a beautiful lady with beautiful hair. Truly a lovely set, wouldn't you say?
They'd be lovelier if one of them wasn't fake. I thought I'd muttered under my breath too quiet for anyone but Elm to hear, but judging by the color now draining from his face, I must have been louder than I intended. The vendor squints at me and leans far over the table, thrusting the hairpins toward me.
Young miss, why not try them on?
No, thank you. Wait, the gems may well be synthetic, but the settings here are finely crafted. And that's a high grade of silver, too. Ornamentation on one hairpin is worth more than he's charging for the pair.
Lucy? Aha, I see, yes! You're taken by their beauty as well, aren't you? Go ahead, try them on! I guarantee you, miss, I've got the finest synthesized gems in all the city.
No, you haven't.
What was that now?
Just as I thought, his sheer demeanor only held up while he thought we might still be gullible. He's traded out his honeyed flattery for a sailor's rasp.
Oh.
Unfortunately for him, I spent weeks reading the latest chemical research into synthesizing gems. Unfortunate for both of us, really. He's either a thief or a counterfeiter, and either way, he's drastically overestimated just how large synthetic gems can grow with the latest techniques. If I'm not mistaken, I think some of these pieces are worth far more than you're asking. You should get them appraised, otherwise I'm afraid you might be losing a fortune. Thank you for the offer, but we'll be on our way.
There's a drink.
Another drink.
Ugh.
Drink. Has shaken out of the distraction on his face, and he shoots a sharp glare at the vendor before we walk away.
Now you listen here.
Ow, he's grabbing my wrist with a vice grip.
I hear you slander my goods. Apologize.
Should I apologize for being too generous? Clearly you don't know what you got your hands on.
Let go of her.
Elm immediately wrests the man's arm away and stands between the two of us. It's amusing to see the older man shrivel under Elm's gaze. I didn't realize he could be so intense, if I'm being honest. They stare one another down for a moment before the vendor, or thief more likely, lowers his hand and steps back.
Lucy, let's go.
Yes, and quickly. Elm Elm turns down the street and I glance back at the likely thief as we go. Elm turns down the street and I glance back at the likely thief as we go. I only noticed the glint of a blade when he's already rushing up to Elm. Oh god, what the fuck's going on? Elm hasn't noticed the vendor charging, and I expect the older man thinks he'll catch us out easily. I think Elm suffered enough recently, and this shoddy cad could stand to suffer a bit more.
I did call him that earlier. How about that?
I don't have my full vampiric strength back just yet, but I should be more than quick enough to twist the knife out of his hands.
Yeah. Let go of me.
And more than strong enough to throw him through that collection of stolen baubles he's trying to peddle.
Yeah, I predicted that. Yeah.
I'll thank you not to trouble us further.
Lucy, you wretch, slanderer! I'll have the coppers on you!
Not likely considering how shitty your own business is. He's still scrambling up to his feet and shouting, but I've already thrown his knife up into the nearby roof, so I doubt he'll be much threat to us. Damn!
Pompous vampires! Don't look down on me!
In a better fit, he throws a large emerald brooch at me and it hits my neck with a dull thud. Jeez! I flinch, expecting... What?
I'm just like, as soon as it throws and just comes into contact with her, I can just hear.
God damn it! Ah, fuck you! Why you get that in my head? What's wrong with you? I flinch, expecting a flash of light and a searing pain, but nothing happens. The brooch falls to the ground and the stone cracks on impact. Well, would you like to ruin any of your other merchandise while you're at it?
Leave me be, wretched cretins.
Scrambling like a squirrel caught on slick ice, the man scoops his wares into a satchel and rushes away into a nearby building. He's certainly up to no good, and I'd be remiss to let him go after hurling such a sharp brooch at me. That was heavy, you know. Come on, Elm. We can't let him get away.
No, wait.
Just as I take off after the suspicious vendor, Elm grabs my hand to stop me. For a moment, I can't speak as we both realize how tightly our hands are clasped together. We separate shortly after, though it's hard to meet his eyes until we begin walking back to campus. Elm's footsteps are steady as a pendulum, but his face isn't nearly as easy to read as a clock. Does he also feel a faint warmth clinging to his fingers? The sun is starting to stinge my eyes, so I duck into the shade of a tree. Elm is staring at me, I realize. He's been staring for some time, and his gaze is almost as bright as the sunlight. What is it?
Are you a vampire?
Yes? I'm almost unsure how to answer. Am I a vampire right now? I know some of my strength is returning, and I can tell that my senses are sharper, especially with the afternoon sun feeling like a blinding flash out in the open. Is that all it takes for me to return to being a vampire, though? 5 years of steady doses with pure emerald pills, and then after missing just one, I already start to show signs of vampirism again? If that's truly the case, then I'll need to adjust my estimates for treatment plans. It may be more of a chronic condition that needs steady maintenance, rather than a condition you can easily reverse or undo.
And you have been all this time?
He sounds eager, almost excited. I haven't seen him so wrapped in attention since he helped a professor explain the origins of modern economic models. I sigh to myself. It would be better to explain the whole of it to him.
Boop, 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 boop. I see. You mentioned your work and business plans before, but I didn't know you were testing the cure on yourself.
It was my brother's idea. And now that I know just how quickly the effects can fade, I might thank him for being so insistent.
This was this testing?
This?
when you didn't take your last pill, was that part of your test of the treatment?
Was it? What were my thoughts the night before last when I stared at my pill bottle before setting it back down unopened? I. Ooh, questions.
Can you remember what she said?
Can I remember what she said? We just had an option to take it or not.
Oh, I don't know then. Who? I think indulge him maybe is what I'm like. Let's. I'm thinking the bottom option maybe.
I'm kind of also thinking the bottom option. Let's go with it.
Yeah.
I needed to see how quickly the effects faded, or if they faded at all. I was half convinced that I would simply be a human forever, though apparently it's a more persistent condition than I thought.
So you don't plan to remain a vampire then?
I don't. Do I? I haven't had time to think it through properly, but maybe I should make the time sooner rather than later. I could always take a pill tomorrow night to change back. I haven't decided just yet. It's too soon to tell.
I see.
He's staring at me so intently. Does he realize his face is getting so close?
That's fascinating.
There, he's backing away at last. For someone so quiet and solemn, he's surprisingly bold. He almost seemed entranced. Is he so fascinated by vampires, or just by me?
I'm glad those synthetic gems didn't have a reaction to you, at least. That brooch wouldn't have left a burn if they had.
Yes, I was fortunate to say the least. A street vendor couldn't possibly have had actual synthetic gems, could he? He was likely guilty of more than just a momentary outburst in any case.
Those were lovely hairpins, though.
Suspiciously lovely. Those gems were clearly fake, and he admitted as much, but the settings were genuine. What was his game? I haven't heard of any schemes of that sort. Perhaps Ambrose or Nemo might have heard something about this? We're finally back in the campus gardens, thankfully. The cool breeze and gentle shade are a relief. I'm still quiet. He's been staring into the distance for some time now. Well, shall we return inside then?
My family.
Hmm?
I haven't had the best relationship with the rest of my family for a few years now. It's nothing intriguing or scandalous. My father devoted himself to his work above all else, as I said, and since my mother died, he's barely shared a living space with me, let alone a meal.
Well, there's our question answered from earlier.
And my brother,
Elm's eyes dart away as if he can't help but glance towards the forest on the horizon.
he's a fine person.
His voice is clearly strained. There's more to this, of course, but I don't want to press him further right now. I may have been too aggressive in questioning him this morning, too focused on the shock of learning of Douglas's death and Elm's relation to him, too oblivious to the pain it was causing Elm.
I'm sorry for not telling you about them.
It's well within your right. You don't have to say anything more if you'd rather not. He nods slightly, and for a time we simply stand beneath the arbor of lilac blossoms. Tomorrow I'll meet Rowan and discuss a potential business partnership. I should likely ask around about the strange vendor too, in case there's something stirring in the city's jewelry market. For now, however, I can't seem to focus on anything but the odd distance in Elm's face. It's as though he's gone away and left himself here while he visits a memory. A bell chimes and signals the top of the hour, breaking us both free from the garden's calm. I've got to prepare for my meeting with Rowan still, and I'm curious to hear if there's been any word on why the coppers are so interested in Douglas's death.
I've got another class, Lucy.
His hand slides over mine as he gently pulls
I've
his
got another
arm away
class.
from me.
Lucy, thank you for finding me here today.
Of course. I must look like an utter fool being flustered so easily. Elm's voice is so soothing, I almost forgot myself for a moment. I've got preparations of my own, so we'll speak again tomorrow. Take care, Elm. He nods, though I'm not sure he heard me completely. Night falls quickly and then seems to stretch on for ages, though Ambrose's dinner of
Kokavin.
Kokavin?
Yes.
I am learning things. What the fuck is that? I don't know. And beyond...
It's a stew of chicken braised with red wine, bacon, mushrooms, and onions,
Huh.
resulting in a rich, deeply flavored dish with tender, fall-off-the-bone meat. Oh,
Oh. And beyond my heard scrawling on ledger paper in the low lamplight. I think... We're not on an ad void, are we?
I don't think so.
It might be time, because this is making me hungry, god damn it.
Very French-based, I noticed, with the last couple of dishes that they had. Anyways, which one were we doing tonight?
As in... Which Otome?
Yeah.
Fate's Masquerade.
Oh, we're gonna go to a ball, everybody. Yippee!
Yippee! That didn't come out for you, did it?
I've heard it.
Oh, good. I didn't expect you to actually hear it this time. What the fuck? Let's look for a babysitter. As I
What?
see a Gusagi.
Special events? Whatever that might be.
Gusagi hiatus karaoke stream, sure.
Okay, sure.
Sure. Gusagi.
Anyways, that's what's going on tonight. So, yeah. We're gonna get out of here and get some food, because we're hungry.
You already have food!
And?
Alright. Oh,
In the meantime, please drink water.
have a good day, Renate.
Try not to die because you didn't drink water. Let's go raiding, everybody!
Sir, yes, sir!